Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin is finally breaking out and I am looking for targets above 100,000 US dollars. Yes, I got stopped out of my short positions, but long trades are right now still printing. First, you probably remember my prediction I made before I went on vacation. We were talking about a potential push towards downside towards the golden Fibonacci ratio for Bitcoin to see a very slight deviation from an S&E channel. But after the golden pocket is going to be hit, we were looking for quite an insane bounce directly towards the weekly high-term time frame area of resistance. Now, this specific prediction, yes, if you're right now going to look at what Bitcoin did, played out almost exactly. We got a bounce at the golden Fibonacci ratio, we got a rotation towards the weekly high-term time frame area of resistance. Yes, we did actually go slightly higher towards the golden Fibonacci ratio, but nevertheless, Bitcoin then got a push towards downside of approximately 4.6%. And why is right now Bitcoin seeing another push towards the upside, taking out the recent high at 98,000 US dollars? Not only we hit another very important support level, the golden Fibonacci ratio, but also if you have been following me on Twitter for the past couple of days, you probably also know we were forming a hidden bullish divergence. Yes, I tweeted right here, I am looking for a brand new long position, ideally after we take out the lows right here at 92,800 US dollars. Unfortunately, the lows were never taken. Bitcoin has gotten another higher low right here, but with a combination with the hidden bullish divergence right here, bullish indication, let's expect higher targets to be reached in the next couple of days. And as of right now, even this specific prediction is playing out almost exactly. Bitcoin is forming another higher high, and I am also going to share with you today what is going to be our next major price target you should definitely be aware of. But also, you probably remember the double bottom pattern we talked about already a couple of weeks ago. Literally at the area when Bitcoin was trading exactly at the lows, I told you a double bottom pattern is forming on the Adler stochastic CG oscillator, and as of right now, double bottom pattern also playing out almost exactly. That was also another reason why I entered a long position on Bitcoin at approximately 76,600 US dollars, and as of right now, I am looking for higher. Yes, as I already told you a couple of days ago, I already paid myself approximately at the golden Fibonacci ratio right here, but nevertheless, some of the position is right now still opened, and I still want to see slightly higher targets. Now, with the double bottom pattern right here, it was a very nice bullish indication for Bitcoin, and what if we right now go on the daily time frame? Maybe you are going to be surprised, but it also does look like another double bottom pattern is being formed on the Adler stochastic CG oscillator on Bitcoin on quite a high term time frame. Another bullish indication. That is why at the moment, yes, we are trading at some kind of a very important key level, and I am going to share with you why where we are as of right now. It is an important level. However, I am not going to, at least as of right now, fire another short or sell position. A double bottom pattern on the daily is definitely a bullish Bitcoin indication, and that is simply why ideally I still want to see higher targets in the next couple of hours, in the next couple of days. And that is also why right now, make sure you are smashing up the like button, because 1,000 likes are definitely possible, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Later in the video, we are also going to very quickly go through Ethereum, which it is trying to break a major diagonal area of resistance towards the upside, and also we are going to go through XRP. But nevertheless, let me right now share with you what are going to be our next very important price targets, because this specific golden pocket and also the weekly level right here, at the moment it does look like both of them are getting broken literally straight towards the upside. The first key level I also mentioned a couple of days ago on Twitter right here was the daily high term time frame level at 98,300. Right now, also broken towards the upside. The next level you can then immediately pay attention to, it is going to be the liquidity level. But of course, with the liquidity levels, you always want to see some kind of a reaction towards the downside. And as of right now, Bitcoin, it does look like we are not seeing anything right here. We are not seeing any swing failure patterns. We are not seeing any liquidity grabs. That is why we still want to be patient, potentially looking for higher. And of course, I am going to share with you exactly what is going to be a bearish indication in a case we are actually going to see a major push towards downside. But nevertheless, as of right now, no evidences we are expecting right here a rejection. That is why wait for higher. And what is going to be our next important higher target? Let's go on the monthly time frame, where we can identify a brand new monthly high term time frame area of resistance at 102.3 thousand US dollars. Yes, slightly higher. Bitcoin also does have another very important daily high term time frame level, also above 100,000 US dollars, exactly at 101.4 thousand US dollars. Now, additionally, Fibonacci retracement from the high back towards the low, going with the 0.786 Fibonacci retracement level, it also does look like it lands exactly at the monthly high term time frame area of resistance. Even if we right to go with the logarithmic chart, it still does look like this specific Fibonacci level, it is aligning very nicely with both of those high term time frame levels. That is simply why ideally I want higher. Ideally I want Bitcoin to hit higher targets above 100,000 US dollars in the next couple of hours, in the next couple of days. I remain in my long positions right here, and I am not shorting, at least not as of right now. But the reality is, what if we right now pay very close attention to the volume indicator? Let's go and pay attention to what exactly is happening with volume on the daily time frame. You be the judge, but it really does look like we are seeing a volume decrease on the daily time frame on the Bybit chart. Yes, we can also go right now on the Coinbase chart, where it definitely does look like volume decreasing is even more noticeable. And when we go with Bitcoin USDT on the Binance exchange right here, the exact same story. Volume is going lower and lower and lower, while Bitcoin is pushing towards the upside, while Bitcoin is forming brand new higher highs and higher lows. So technically speaking, this right here is a bearish Bitcoin indication. But of course, that does mean shorting at the moment, it is going to be the smartest idea. This simply means you should be right now slightly more careful with your long positions. Maybe pay yourself, take some profit off the table if you're right now in a long position from approximately 76,600 US dollars right here, or simply the next trade that we are going to be looking at, it is going to be a short position exactly at the areas of resistances. But of course, we are not going to be blindly shorting. We want to see some kind of a confirmation. So what is going to be a confirmation? We need to pay attention to some very important volume levels, which I am going to share with you exactly what level to pay attention to in a moment. Now, we need to be objective. On the daily time frame, Bitcoin was able to form another higher high. So we got our recent high right here, lower low. But with the entire push towards the upside, bearish market structure was broken, and right now we do have bullish market structure on the daily time frame. But of course, remember, even if we have higher highs and higher lows, even if we have bullish market structure, we are still expecting a push down, some kind of a higher low where we are going to be looking for a buy. So that pretty much means at the area of resistance, we can be looking for a short. On a potential higher low, we can be looking for another long or a buying position. And that is why right now, if you're not in any trades right now, go in this video's description, because with the first link down below, you can get a free 500 US dollar trade. Click the link right here, because Bybit Exchange is giving to you a free 500 USDT position airdrop. Now, unfortunately, this campaign is valid only for the next 29 days, so definitely make sure you take advantage of the free position with the first link down below after you register and after initial deposit. And then additionally, go into the rewards hub right here, because only after you make an account, you're going to get additional 20 USDT, and after you deposit, you're going to get another 10 USDT directly to your account. So take advantage of the free trade right here, of some free bonuses after you make an account and after you deposit, using the first link down below in the description. Now, let's also talk about another very important thing, which is going to be what level needs to break for us to be slightly more bearish, and also what to pay attention to on the RSI and the MACD indicator. And then we are going to go straight to Ethereum and also XRP. Now, with the indicators, first of all, you can actually see that it really does look like we are reaching the overbought area on the daily time frame on the RSI indicator. Bearish Bitcoin indication. Last time we were at the overbought right here, we got a very slight push down. Overbought right here, push down. Overbought at this specific area, and also a bearish divergence. We definitely got some more choppy price action, and eventually Bitcoin then also moves slightly more towards downside. So that is why I usually tell you, once we are at the overbought area on the RSI, once you see volume going lower and lower on the daily time frame, bearish Bitcoin indications. We are moving up, we are paying ourselves with our long positions, and right now with the next trade, I am only interested in taking another short or a sell position. With the MACD indicator, which is measuring the entire momentum of the move towards the upside, lower highs are being formed, higher highs on Bitcoin, a setup for a regular bearish divergence. So that pretty much means momentum is dying off, be more careful, expect a potential push down, but once again, do not guess where the top is going to be. We need to see some kind of a confirmation, and what is going to be a confirmation you should definitely be aware of. Simply, if we are right now already going to see a rejection exactly at this specific liquidity level where Bitcoin is trading as of right now, we need to start losing some important volume levels. So measuring the entire upper price action with volume, value area high is going to land at 96,100. If Bitcoin starts losing this specific volume level, bearish indication, and we are looking for those specific lows right here to be taken in the next couple of days. Now, in a case we do not see any rejection at the level where we are as of right now, wait for higher. And as we said before, our next higher target is then going to be our monthly high term time frame area of resistance at approximately 102,000 US dollars, where if we do see some kind of a rejection towards downside, yes, personally, I am going to look to fire another short or a sell position on the Bitcoin chart itself. And also maybe right now you're wondering, what can be some very important targets for us to pay attention to? And of course are going to be our recent lows for liquidity purposes. The tweet I already posted a couple of days ago is showing us exactly the recent lows that are right here only for liquidity purposes. But right now there is going to be another low for you to pay attention to, and it is going to be at 93,300. First liquidity level, second liquidity level are going to be both of those lows right here, and the third liquidity level, another low at 91,600 US dollars. Remember, even if we are moving in an uptrend, we can be expecting higher lows to be formed. We can still be expecting some kind of rejections to happen on the Bitcoin chart itself. So as of right now, the next level I'm paying attention to is approximately 102,000 US dollars, where we can be looking for a short position, where we can be taking some profits of our long positions, and of course our next targets are going to be ideally liquidity levels below the recent lows, because those specific levels usually want to be taken because we want to rack the most amount of people in the shortest amount of time. Now, let's also pay attention very quickly to Ethereum. Ethereum on the daily time frame, if we are closing the daily candle like that, it is going to close it above a major diagonal area of resistance. The next level for you to pay attention to in Ethereum, if we go higher, it is also going to be exactly the same as on Bitcoin, the monthly level at 2,000 US dollars. This specific level is also a psychological level, so definitely a very important area for you to pay attention to. On an XRP chart, on the other hand, we are already breaking a major diagonal area of resistance towards the upside. We are seeing some kind of a bullish retest, but for XRP, pay attention towards the area of approximately 2.4 US dollars in a case we are going to see another push towards the upside, not only on XRP, but of course also on Ethereum and on the Bitcoin chart itself. That is why if you're not in any trades right now, and if you want to get a free 500 US dollar trade, click the first link down below, make sure you register, deposit on the exchange, because you're also going to get an additional 20 USDT and 10 USDT after depositing 100 US dollars on your account. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.